Hi, it is Mark Stewart, Greenstein, candidate for governor. I want to speak especially with elders because you might be the biggest beneficiaries of our tax revamp. In fact, I have a special name for it, the ETA, Elders Tax Avoidance. It is legal, it is good, and it will be almost certainly accepted eagerly by the federal government. Here's why it works, and then I'll tell you how it works. It works because very few of you take advantage of things that the government is spending money on federally. You might still watch PBS, but probably not. And if you were asked to actually pay for it, you'd go elsewhere, okay? 40 years ago, you can remember PBS was one of only 4 choices on television. Now it's one of 400. Plenty other stuff, and we don't need to be funding it. We don't need to be funding the NEA, the National Endowment for the Arts. Most art is bad, but what little art is good, we can support museums separately. We don't need the federal government to be doing that. We don't need the federal government to be doing flood insurance. It helps wealthy people with big homes in dangerous places, places that are almost certain to flood over and over and over again. And we, the taxpayer, especially the smaller income taxpayer, we're basically supporting rich people's second homes. It's a terrible policy. We're supporting sugar plantations, those big sugar growers, to help us get fatter, okay? But even if sugar were overwhelmingly salubrious, healthful to everyone who uses it, there's no need for a federal subsidy that costs us money at the food grocery stores and yet enriches big growers down south. Finally, mohair. I didn't even know what mohair was until I heard about another tax scheme by the feds to line the pockets of mohair growers. They're a type of farmer. You have to be fairly wealthy to start and operate such a farm. Rock star John Bon Jovi apparently has a mohair farm in New Jersey. You don't, and you shouldn't be paying for it. And one thing these have in common, none of them are constitutional. None of these are within the power of the federal government to regulate, approve, or tax. And thus, the ETA allows any Connecticut resident to get out of that portion of the tax, at least all but 10% of it. You have to pay for things that the federal government does constitutionally provide. Thank goodness they provide defense. We're not trying to escape from that. They provide some weights and measures, patent office, things that are intangible relating to energy. We owe them that. We don't even owe them for Social Security, though. You've paid in separately. Don't let them say, oh, you must continue to pay in. You paid in, you get your benefits. Medicare and Medicaid, again, what should have been self-sustaining programs, this will get them on self-sustaining, even with you removing yourselves. This governor supports removing oneself from federal liability. If you choose to pay a certain percentage of your federal taxes, the constitutional percentage that you owe, but no more, plus 10%, we're going to give that to the feds as well. Still a really good deal, because now all you pay is user fees for the federal services that you actually use, and you don't pay for these stupid programs that cost oodles of money and are unconstitutional. You are the big beneficiaries of this. Thus, ETA may be the best benefit that a Connecticut governor candidate can give to people who are retired. Now, this is a concept that we should have even at the state level too. That minimizing government to things that are constitutional and legislatively approved are the only things that we ask you to pay for. You'll have a lot more money. You've probably seen that I am not demanding an income tax. We can cut our savings, our spending greatly without that. We have still sales taxes, we have use taxes, there are property taxes, lottery revenue will come in as well, internet sales revenue will come in. We can fund the state. We don't need income taxes. You're going to be saving 6% right off the bat. Hopefully more if I have my way. So please look to this candidate as maybe the best for Connecticut retirees' pocketbooks. Thank you.